why Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential race. After reading the full article, the questions will be answered why Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential race. After reading the full article, the questions will be answered. Molly Jong-Fast Molly's podcast is a must-have, and your latest segment discusses how Trump's 2024 campaign is the opposite of the one that won him the White House in 2016. Why Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential race. After reading the full article, the questions will be answered, and you're right. And some of the data collected are terrifying to the Republican donor class and all decent people everywhere. Trump is still very much in the game. Has not been barred from contesting for office after why Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential race. After reading the full article, the questions will be answered. While former Trump Organization CFO Alan Weisselberg and the men attacked. Trump's band faces prison time in the U.S. Capitol. The president of the pumpkin patch has not been indicted yet. You continue. Trump will try and pretend this is the subject of multiple criminal investigations and civil lawsuits. Do not have. He'll probably stick to more traditional campaign stops, as opposed to using his usual NASCAR campaign rally team, Boomer MAGA. Fortunately, got to travel for Trump's mainstream media in F Your Feelings t-shirts. As a bias towards normalcy. The boy rat who is responsible for democracy is found to be the single biggest driver of the COVID test in the formation, and ultimately ends his rule with a failed coup attempt. Treated like Jeb Bush. Please clap. Read more. Who will run for president in 2024? Trump News. Old Gore Vidal. I dodged. We are the United States of Anisha. We learn nothing because we remember nothing. The number one dose for Donald Trump is the man who told staff members that Mike Pence would be executed on January 6th is deserved. He is the man who wrote about it. His social platforms needed to quote the activist Donald Trump for the United States Constitution and plead with all his children, his friends, about and all his staff members in the White House while staring at the riots, that they should stop him, and he did nothing here. It's very hard to forget. I think there's a bias towards routine and mainstream reporting, and so it's very over the top to put all these cabinets when you're just writing about campaign stops. And so I think Trump is trying to make the most of how you're going to report on that. Has demanded to be done and demanded to end it. You can't treat him like that under the United States Constitution, like he's another candidate, so you know everybody's going to jail for him. The name around him, everybody's going in the direction of J. An exam. So the question, are you just how to pretend to be someone else? Candidate B. Got a game. He looks tired and beats. You know he's old. He seems to sing. If you look at his demeanor, his chest isn't puffy. He's not. He just takes pills. He looks like he yesterday tired. We can do this, as he leans his head further forward and tells it that's how it goes. But 3 years later he's going through all these possible charges. He doesn't have the power of a better word than Donald Trump. P. Without his power there is nothing around him. And the night he announced that he was running for president again, there was a strange atmosphere around him that his children wouldn't show up at this event in South Carolina. We'll pick it up. He was uncomfortable with what he thought was probably a very small Ruby. Lindsey Graham seems to be the governor's hostage there, and I think I can rate that's again everything that this week. It seems strange. I don't know, maybe he should be pulled right now. Again, I don't see him getting beat, but oh my god. He's lost more than a step. I think that's right, and I think Jerry knows I'm up. Why Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential race. After reading the full article, the questions will be answered. 2. Trump struggles to raise money, revamps 2024 fundraising operation. President Trump's 2024 campaign is off to a weak start financially. In other words, He's $2 million short of the campaign cash he raised in the 6 weeks before his watch. That relatively weak return is now prompting a correction or revision